Hi, it's Chris England, and this is going to be my first summoning video, or at least summoning video attempt. Word of warning, I did actually record all of this off of my own phone, so it's I'm still trying to work out the kinks of getting used to this. Both I did a total of three summoning sets. I did the this one, the Valencia banner for Ascend, Ymir, and more. I did Hero Fest as well as the daily summon banners, and then I did the risk and reward special heroes. So this first one is going to be the Ymir and more new hero banner. So without further ado, let's get it started. First five pulls. We start with a 4-star special Keaton with plus attack minus HP. That's going to be the base of my Keatons right now. And then we also got the 5-star focus attack plus attack minus speed Est. Est is going to be something to work on since that minus speed is not really something that I want to keep, but plus attack is always a good part to have, especially since what she comes with is very focused on damage. But for now, let's answer some questions. First off is going to be Glitter Valkyrie. Thank you, Glitter, for this question. What is my favorite Fire Emblem character from each game I've played? So I've played 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so Shadow Dragon, and then Awakening. I really want to play 12 just because it is a Japanese exclusive. It does look like a very interesting thing. But for now, we're going to go ahead and go with is starting off with 6 and 7. And for 6, I'd say I like Lou. I like his childish innocence. I like the fact that he's voiced by Naruto's Japanese VA. It's kind of hard to see that. I also like the fact that he's one of your first magic units, and he actually has very good growths for what he has. I think pretty much every time I've played the game, he's actually turned out really good in terms of his stats. For females, I'd go with Clarine. Clarine in general, I do definitely like the on her high horse type of character that kind of like looks down on people simply because that's she he or she thinks that they are lower than them for whatever reason. For 7, I do actually like Sane. Didn't actually realize this while I was playing it, but I originally did like his flirtatious nature. I liked his flowery word choice, his very Shakespearean-esque kind of way of speaking. But I also like the fact that he does understand that he does have limits in terms of Lindis, where Kent likes her, Sane likes her, but he realizes that his friend likes her, so he backs off. Oddly enough, I'm very surprised about that. For females, I do like Priscilla and Nino pretty equally. Priscilla they both feel like certain innocent characters. I get more of a naivete from Priscilla in terms of being living kind of sheltered, but I also like Nino's kind of understanding of how the world kind of can flow, even just based on how she was raised. I also like the fact that she understands that her mother was an evil witch. And then I asked a question for Theron the Average Gamer, and I asked, which of the 10 elites would I like to see first in Fire Emblem? I think, above all, Maurice. Because there is a lot of stuff that you can do with him. You can easily make him a sword flyer with you wielding the Blute Gang. You can easily make him a beast or dragon unit after overusing his crest. There's definitely options in there. But that's it for this portion. Now on to the next summoning portion. はい、引き続き、いい引きですね。まずは、ハガイニニアンです。プラスは HP、マイナスは守備。で、あとは開花、セリカも引きました。攻撃はプラス、守備はマイナス。これ自体は、本当エストの IV して欲しかったけど、まあ、引いたものは引いた。で、グリター・バルキリーのさんの質問続くと、自分の好きな、ファイアーエンブルムキャラクター、ゲームの中で、まずはセイマの功績、8番の。で、一番私として好きなのは、ヨシは、絶対にトッドハバコンが入っているなので、それ自体はとてつもなくいいもの。ギャンブラーとしていいもの。デス・ザ・キットとしていいもの。あと、両方ともが入っている。そういうギャンブラーと未来の王様。で、あと、女性の方は3番、リュート。あと2番はラーチェル。両方ともは結構可愛くて、そういういい点、性格的にいい点はあるけど、その同じくの性格としては、ちょっと腹が立つ点があることです。一番好きなのは、ナタシャ。まあ、最終的にヨシュアの、チームに話してたキャラクターです。可愛さもあるし、ナイブもあるし、純粋場所もあるし、でも砂漠点もあるし、それ自体はいいです。で、あとは、草原の奇跡、暁の女神は3つ。まずは、セネリオ。 女性はステラ。両方ともの、成長は確かに両方のゲームに見えるから、支援会話の中とゲームの自然の流れから育ちはちゃんと見えることです。で、あとは、珍しく敵のゼルギウス、暗黒騎士のキャラクターです。それ自体は真正面の性格、とてつもなくフェアな人、そして正義正しいの考え方を持つ相手です。できれば本当に自分のパーティーに入れてほしいユニットです。で、暁の女神の場合はヘザーが結構好きです。そういう LGBT 系のキャラクターなので、とてつもなく歓迎です。で、確かに、同族、ローグの中では一番弱、力不足なんですが、能力としては抜群のユニットとして扱っても良いと思います。で、あとは他の質問による、久しぶりにやってたバナーか、まだやってないバナーは見てほしいものあるかどうかのこと。で、私の場合は、シグルド・ディアドーラ、あとは、クアン、エトリンとラケシスの、マスカレードバナーみたいのは見たいです。でも、コラボ以外のものだとしたら、アウトロー系のバナー、そういうワイルドウエスト系の、コスチューム着てる人、ユニットを見たいと思ってます。で、あとは、このバナーはセリカより開花してるユニット、もっと開花したいユニットあったのかって、まあ、全体的、エコーズの方全体的見たいです。メイもあるし、ボーイもあるし、特にセイバーもあるし、この場合、セイバーでエストの代わりにジェシーを入れた方が良かったと思います。それだとしたら、傭兵3人とユーミル。まあ、もしかしてキャラクターかぶりもあるし、でもセイバーの場合はまだ別バージョンもないです。特に5年以上経ってるから。そういうことは大事な問題だと思います。では、この質問終わって続きましょう。 after a little bit of emptiness in the pool, we do actually get some bonus summons. I also did summon on some of the extra banners, but I did end up getting a plus attack minus res Ike, so +1 to Ike now, and he's now plus attack, as well as another Berkut, which will just be manualed. I don't really see any reason in plus 10ing him. He does not stand out for me. His refine is kind of like meh. Once again, continuing along Glitter's question, my favorite characters in Shadow Dragon. So this one's a little bit harder because I remember being utterly flabbergasted by the game just because of the hit rates. But I think one of my favorite characters, or I think one of my most unrated, was Elise. In both games, you don't recruit her until the last couple chapters. I believe for Shadow Dragon specifically, you recruit her either one chapter before or one chapter and one side quest before, and then you recruit her as on the final stage, and both of those she has absolutely poor stats. But personality wise, nice, caring, very self-sacrificing, and also I want to see more of her. She's also one of the only characters to be in Fae, but not playable in Fae. And then another question that I've asked is what people will do, what's an alternate use for crystals and shards? And this is one of those ones where I do feel like there should be a alternate use for them, because I don't see any reason to use them for leveling up. And that I've hit the limit multiple times for the 6-digit maximum. So what I think could be interesting is I've discussed this, removing all the year 1 units, both normal, seasonal, putting them into a banner, and then that banner uses crystals and shards exclusively for your summons once a day. The other option is feathers, because I do believe that the amount of feathers you have to spend to change a 4-star to a 5-star is ridiculous. So you start out with, what is it? It's at 3 to 4 is only 2,000, which is relatively fair. I don't think 20,000. I think that 20,000 feathers is a little bit too much for changing a 4-star to a 5-star, especially since that does mean that you need 200,000 feathers to get 220,000 feathers to make a +10 5-star, which, while it is possible to save that up, it is a very, very, very high number. And so I would like to be able to use crystals and shards to maybe do an exchange, like another gacha. You get maybe, like, it's a possibility to get base 100 for, like, what is it, 500 crystals with a chance of getting like 500. personally think that the minus attack is necessarily a demerit, but I did end up sparking for her, and so she is now +1 with a defense boon, so that ends up being a good thing. To finish off the question that Glitter Valkyrie offered, I do have some likes in Awakening, but all the characters are fun, well, relatively fleshed out. I feel like in terms of their support conversations, as it like after Henry, it kind of gets a little bit questionable, but all of them feel like they were very well thought out. I do personally like Maribel. I like Sumia. I like Muriel. For kids, I definitely love the Morgan duos. Uh, I like both of them. I definitely like the voice actors that they chose. I do like. I think for male characters, it's a little bit hard. I do definitely like Crom, just but only because his Japanese voice actor also voices Gintoki from Gintama. And then we also have Gregor, who is essentially Fire Emblem's answer to Team Fortress 2's Heavy. So that's my tally. That's the end of the questions. Thank you Glitter for the very thought provoking question. It's actually been a very long time since I've actually thought about who I actually like. So hopefully I can do another one of these in the near future. So until then.